Oh, we got our
Really?
place back. No second thoughts, no regrets, no countermeasures. That was something. Contacted him again. I just tapped it first.
Oh yeah. Hi, testing 1 2 3, testing. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
And in the circle, Brooklyn Gertis.
All right, good evening, softball fans. We've got a good one for you tonight. Number 1 and number 2 in the state, East and West. Big 9 conference showdown. Beautiful afternoon here at Scarlet Field. And we're just about underway. Sydney Jacobs is going to lead things off for East. Gertis, the pitcher for the Scarlets. Can't ask for much more in this matchup. 1 versus 2. Big 9 title on the line. Late in the season, and a thriller the first time these two teams matched up. East walked it off in the bottom of the 7th. And Gertis delivers the first pitch, is low, ball 1. And we're underway. Big crowd here. Lots of fans for both sides. Jacobs fouls that one off. 1-1 the count. Fun to see in the crowd, a lot of young softball players, little peppers. Probably future athletes for both East and West. Jacobs shows bunt, but pulls it back. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jacobs next year will be going to Bethany to play softball. Slaps one down the line foul to even the count at 2-2. Her future coach, Dan Nestler, in the stands. Good at bat right away to start this one off. 2-2 the count. Gertis gets set to deliver. Chopper to third. It's going to be a quick play. And they get her by a step. 1 down. Good strong throw by Lauren Rayburge over at third. Jacobs is quick. But now Peyton Stevenmer is going to bat for East, the shortstop. Gertis with a nice pitch hitting the inside corner for strike 1. Stevenmer next year, she's going to go to Gustavus but play basketball. Gertis again hits 0-2 the count. Nice drop on that pitch to get ahead of Stevenmer 0-2. Stevenmer had the big hit the last time these two played. A walk-off hit in the bottom of the 7th. East was leading 2-0 most of that game. West tied it in the 7th, and then East walked it off. So expecting a similar good matchup here tonight. Good take by Stevenmer. Count now 2-2 with 1 down here in the top of the 1st. No score. She grounds one. Nice play by Brett Carlson. Nice strong throw for the second out. It took kind of a wicked bounce, but she was able to get it.
Hitting third, the pitcher, number 7, Kylan Stengel.
Her sister Briggs Carlson right behind home plate. State champ and went on to play at Northwestern. Brett will be going to Gustavus to play softball. So now batting for East with Kylan Stengel, the pitcher. She's going to drop a big one down the right field line. They're sending Stevenmer, and Stevenmer is safe. East strikes first. 1-0 Cougars. Stengel jumped on that first pitch, delivered it down the right field line. Stevenmer was off. scoring, and Stangel's at third with the RBI triple. One down, runner at third. And Paetzel now going after the first pitch. The first baseman for the Cougars, the cleanup hitter. So Gertis gets ahead of her, one strike. Shows bunt, offers at it. So no balls, two strikes, one down. East leading 1-0 after the RBI triple by Kylan Stangl. Just high, makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. So back to that play with Stevemer. It looked like Carlson might have had a chance to get her after the wicked bounce. But Stevemer was safe. And Gertis goes high and gets the strikeout, a big second out for the Scarlets.
Batting fifth, playing second.
Stangl is still on third. Carly Wendinger, the batter for the Cougars, with 2 down. 1 run in already. Cougars come out swinging. Wendinger falls off the first pitch. 0-1 the count, 2 down, but Kylan Stangl at third after the RBI triple. Wendinger again falls one off. Cougars aggressive here in the first. It's paying off with a 1-0 lead. Scarlets giving a look back at Stangl at third. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Gertis delivers high, 2-2. Wendinger, a good job laying off that one. Chance for East to add to their lead. Hard foul ball down the right field long. Count stays at 2-2. Huge crowd here, as expected with this good matchup, 1 versus 2. Wendinger fouls one back. A lot at stake in this game, Big 9 title. Bragging rights, of course, when it's East versus West. Section seating, you got a lot at stake. Full count now as Wendinger works a good at bat. Scarlets looking to get out of this with only 1 run allowed. And Wendinger with the full count base hit between the first and second base. RBI, and East leads 2-0. Great at bat by Carly Wendinger, working the count full, falling a few back, getting that clutch 2-out hit for the Cougars to score Kylan Stangl. And she'll have a 2-0 lead before she even takes the mound. Chopper now to Carlson. She fires over for the 3rd out, and the inning is over, but the damage is done. East will score 2 runs on 2 hits. And we'll go to the bottom of the first with East leading 2-0. Peyton Stevemer got on. Kylan Stangl with the big RBI triple to give East the 1-0 lead. And Carly Wendinger with the RBI to give East the 2-0 lead heading into the bottom of the first.
The shortstop is Peyton Stevemer playing third base.
So the coach for East, Joe Madsen, just recorded his 550th win. Impressive.
For the Cougars is Maddie Beatty. Behind home plate, Destiny Reisner, and in the circle, Kylan Stangl.
We were talking about West alumni Briggs Carlson here to support her sister Brett Carlson. But a famous East alumni here, Coley Reese. and current Gustavus coach. Brett Carlson will be going to Gustavus to play softball for Coley. So the last time these two teams met up, it was a 3-2 score. East was victorious after a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th. And now the Scarlets will get to answer in the home half of the 1st. So leading off for the Scarlets will be the second baseman, Maria Hagen. The lefty slapper, Kylan Stangl, the pitcher for East. Had that big RBI triple. And Stangl hits that outside corner, gets ahead early. Bottom of the 1st, East leading 2-0. Hagen pops it up. Stevermer, the shortstop, calls for it, and quickly 1 down. It's going to bring up Jillian Olsen, the left fielder. One down, we're in the bottom of the 1st. Slaps one foul. Stangl gets ahead, 0-2 to Olsen. 1 down, nobody on. Olsen the batter for West. She pops one, could be trouble, but Jacobs comes in. 2 down now. 2 pop-ups for the first 2 hitters for the Scarlets.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 2, Maddie.
So now batting third will be Bodie, the center fielder. Beautiful changeup by Stangl to get ahead 0-1. Bodie's been a hot hitter for the Scarlets. Walk-off home run against Northfield. She's going to pop one out of play. And it's 0-2 to the Scarlets' number 3 hitter. Stangl making quick work so far, getting ahead. It's going to be another pop-up. And it's going to be the right fielder for East making the catch, and that's quickly 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors for West. We'll head to the second inning with East leading 2-0. So here come the Cougars in the top of the second, leading 2-0.
Leading off for the Cougars in the top of the second inning, batting 7th. Playing third base, number 10, Tegan Richards.
Tegan Richards, the third baseman for East, will lead things off. It'll be 7-8-9, the hitters for the Cougars. Good take by Richards, ball 1. East took advantage of a couple of big hits in the first to take the 2-0 lead. Richards fouls this one off to even the count at 1-1. So much at stake this game. Big 9 titles, section seeding, state rankings, and of course bragging rights. Foul ball out of play. All these foul balls that have gone out of play have been hard hit, as expected with 2 really good pitchers. You make contact, it's going to go. Richards again fouls it off. Both teams really aggressive, knowing that these pitchers will give them a good pitch. Richards, the leadoff hitter for the Cougars here in the second. Another foul ball. Seen a lot of good at-bats. You know, back to the last inning, Carly Wendinger worked the full count, fouled a few off, and then got that RBI single. Gertis just missing on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good take by Richards. And there she lines one back at Gertis. Gertis deflects it. Nice job by Gertis to play her position. You know, a line hard shot right back at her. Finds the ball and makes the play for the first out here in the second. A nice hard hit, good at bat by Richards. But the Scarlets will have 1 down here in the top of the second. It's going to be the catcher, Destiny Reesner. Last time these 2 teams played, she had a clutch hit in the 7th. She led off with that double, came around to score. Well, I think they had a pinch runner for her, but huge double, leading to the East walk-off. But Gertis gets ahead, 0-1 the count. 0-2, nice inside pitch, a jam shot. Tough for hitters to lay off that one. 0-2 the count to Reesner, the catcher. One down here in the top of the second. She's going to pop one up and out of play. These hitters are all getting their money's worth. Taking their cuts, wanting to get a big hit. I like it. So Gertis now set to deliver, the pitcher for the Scarlets. 0-2 the count. It's going to be a pop-up bid. Tough play for Bance, the catcher for West, and she makes the catch. I'm always impressed when catchers can make those plays because they've got the mask, they're squatting. How do they know where the ball is?
Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 3, Maddie Beatty.
But a good play. The Scarlets will take it. There's 2 down. And it's going to be Maddie Beatty, the number 9 hitter for the Cougars. And another lefty. Gertis doing a good job. She paints that outside corner to get ahead 0-1. Two down in the second. East leading 2-0. High, good take by Beatty. Now she is the cousin to West's right fielder, Carly Emery. So I guess we talked about all the stakes for this game, but I guess family bragging rights too. Takes a good cut, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on base. And she pokes a 2-out single up the middle. The Cougars now will be back to the top of their order with Sydney Jacobs.
Center fielder, number 11, Sydney
Center
Jacobs.
fielder. See what they do. Top of their order now. East knowing that those 2 runs might not be enough. Gertis now, you're talking about her going on outside pitches, but there she goes inside nicely to get ahead. 0-1 the count, 2 down. Runner on 1. Runner goes. Nice throw, but Beatty is under the tag. Stolen base, so now another runner in scoring position for East. 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at 2. East leading by 2 in the second inning. Nice eye by Jacobs to take the low pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good job by Bance, the catcher, to keep it in front. Outside, Jacobs staying disciplined. Curtis trying to mix it up. All right, here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on 2, second inning. East leading 2-0. Ooh, just missing inside pitch. Now the count is full. Jacobs is a tough out. But she swings at that one. Gertis with the big strikeout. And the Cougars leave the runner on 2
There were no errors.
as we head to the bottom of the second, but they do lead 2-0. West with their chance to answer, trailing by 2 in the bottom of the second. All right, so here we go, bottom of the second. For the Scarlets, they'll have their 4, 5, 6 hitters up. Carlson, Emery, and Bance. Carlson, the shortstop, batting now. Senior. She takes a good hack, but it goes foul. I like her sister Briggs has a sign that says number 6 on the field, number 1 in my heart. Sisterly love there. Stengel tries to get Carlson to bite on the rise ball. It's just high to even the count at 1-1. I'm watching Stengel pitch this season, and I've just been very impressed with her rise ball. For what it's worth. High and out. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike to Carlson. Nobody on, nobody out for the Scarlets here in the second. And there's a base hit up the middle. And the Scarlets have their leadoff hitter on.
Fifth, the right fielder,
and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Carly Emery. She's been on fire as of late too, coming up with a lot of RBIs. And she always has a patient approach to the plate too. This will be a good matchup. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. Carlson on first. Stengel delivers high again. 2 balls. I feel like every at-bat in this game is just so important. Big cut by Emery. She wanted that one. I like it. I like how aggressive the hitters are. They want to hit it. And Stengel jams her on the inside after going out before. Tough pitch to hit, that's for sure. And Stengel painting that outside corner. Just clipping it to even the count at 2-2. Emery, the number 5 batter. And Stengel with the strikeout hits the inside corner for strikeout number 1.
Catcher number 9, Lydia Vance.
So 1 down for the Cougars. Carlson's still on first. It's going to be the catcher, Lydia Vance, up to bat. Vance with a nice catch over in foul territory. Stengel gets ahead 0-1. She's a tough pitcher to hit. What's crazy, she's only a sophomore. That's going to be a foul ball catch and an out. Nice catch by the Cougars left fielder. And alert base running by Brett Carlson. Knowing the ball was going to be foul, she tied up and went to second. So 2 down, but Lauren Rayburge is up, the third baseman for the Scarlets. A chance with the first runner in scoring position for West here in the second. Bottom of the second, East leading 2-0. Scored both of their runs in the first inning. A Kylan Stengel RBI triple. Carly Wendinger with the single to add the other RBI. Just a nasty changeup there by Stengel. 1-1 the count to Rayburge. 2 outs. Carlson's at second for the Scarlets. Big spot here for West. Stengel goes high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Can probably hear all the crowd noise here, and rightly so. Fun game between these two. Crosstown rivals. 1 versus 2. And a ground ball that gets through the infield. Carlson will score, and West cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1 East. Rayburg delivers. And now she'll be at 1 with 2 down. Looked like it was just a slow grounder. It made its way through. Clutch hitting with 2 down. And how huge was that for Carlson to have tagged on the foul ball fly-up? Easy to say, foul ball fly-up. She doesn't do it, she doesn't score, so good heads-up base running. And so now it's Landry DeBow, the hitter for West. Last time she had the huge clutch hit to deliver the 2 RBIs for West to tie it in the top of the 7th last time they played. It's kind of impressive, both of these teams solid all the way through their lineup. Another sick changeup by Kylan Stengel. 0-2. Just kind of freeze on those changeups. She goes outside. DeBola lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at 1. East leads 2-1. Bottom of 2. And another sick pitch, a drop change by Stengel for the strikeout. But the Scarlets cut the lead in half, and after 2, it's East 2, West 1.
In the top of the third inning, the shortstop, number 4, Peyton Stevermer.
So here we are, top of the third, with East leading 2-1. Peyton Stevermer will lead things off for the Cougars, the 2-3-4 hitters for East. Stevermer reached last time on an error, but came around to score. She swings at the first pitch, so 0-1 the count. Third inning. Nice changeup by Gertis to make it 0-2 the count. Stevermer, the shortstop, again had a big hit last time these two matched up against each other. Gertis delivers high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. 2-3-4 hitters for the Cougars. She's going to foul one up and out of play. A lot of good at-bats for these hitters on both sides. A lot of foul balls, a lot of good cuts. Not a lot of strikeouts, a couple here and there. Up and in, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Turning out to be a nice evening. Earlier in the day it was all cloudy and a little chilly. Tonight a perfect night for some softball. Stevermer pops it up high. And it's going to be Maria Hagan, the second baseman, with the catch and the first out. It was a high pop-up.
The pitcher, number 7, Kylan Stengel.
So Kylan Stengel will bat now, the pitcher. She had that huge RBI triple back in the first. Shot down the right field line. And here's something you don't see every day, an intentional walk, nobody on base.
First base, number 20, Haley Patesall.
So Stengel will be on 1 with the intentional walk. That brings up Haley Patesall, the first baseman and cleanup hitter. She takes a good cut for strike 1. So Stengel, the pitcher, some respect there. She gets the intentional walk with nobody on base. After last inning having that big triple. Scarlets respecting her power. And Patesall falls one back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner on 1. East leading 2-1 in the third. A little bit outside, almost a pitch out it looked like, almost anticipating that she was going to steal. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. East first baseman. Grounds it foul down the third baseline. She did a nice job of sitting on that changeup. Gertis has a nice changeup. So East with the runner on 1 with 1 out. Stengel gets intentionally walked with the bases empty. And Gertis, a huge pitch, hits the inside corner, looking strike 3. And there's 2 down for the Scarlets.
Second base, number 9, Carly Wendinger.
And that'll bring up Carly Wendinger, the second baseman. Now she had an RBI single after a great at-bat in the first. So 2 down. Stengel at first. Wendinger shows bunt. Stengel goes, and she's going to slide in easily for the stolen base. So East with another runner in scoring position. See if the gamble pays off. Intentionally walking, Stengel. She steals second. Wendinger, last inning, she had the clutch RBI hit with 2 outs. And now she grounds out to Maria Hagan at second. The choice to Walker pays off for the Scarlets. So no runs, no hits, no errors. An intentional walk to Kylan Stengel with the bases empty. But she's left at second after a stolen base. So we'll head to the bottom of the third with East leading 2-1.
Number 1, Brooklyn Verdes.
So for the Scarlets, they'll have 9-1-2 here in the bottom of the third. Brooklyn Gertis, the pitcher, leading things off. Kylan Stengel back out on the mound for East. And Gertis dribbles one foul. Right away, they're coming out swinging. Super fun to see all the young Little Peppers in the stands. Future varsity athletes here for West and East. They're treated to a good one so far. Gertis, a line chopper to Stevemer at short. Stevemer scoops it up and fires over to one for the first out. Took kind of a weird bounce, but Stevemer plays it perfectly.
Second base, number 7,
Fires it over, and there's one down for the Cougars here in the third. So it's back to the top of the order. Maria Hagen, the second baseman. She popped up her first time up, back in the first. She's going to fall one off there. Stengel getting ahead again. Scarlets back to their top of the order here in the third. 2-1 East. They scored both of their runs back in the first inning. Stengel, the big RBI triple. Wendinger followed with an RBI. A slap hit. Stengel fields her position. And Hagen's going to be on the error. No, you got to rush it when you know how fast Hagen is. So a couple of defensive miscues by the Cougars have allowed West to get a couple of people on. So now speed out one for West and Maria Hagen. It's going to be Jillian Olsen. She slaps a hit over the third baseline. And now the Scarlets have something cooking. Runners on first and second, one down. It's going to be the number 3 hitter, Maddie Bodie, up. Her biggest hit of the season, that walk-off home run against Northfield. 2 outs, 2 strikes, and it was a bomb. 2-run home run. Stengel, a nice pitch again to get ahead. Scarlets with some speed on first and second. Number 3 batter Bodie up to bat. One down. High, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Scarlets want this one. And a tough task against Stengel and the Cougars. Stengel tries the drop change, but it's low. She obviously doesn't want to give Bodie anything good to hit. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Popped up and out of play to even the count. 2-2. Like I said, every at-bat in this game feels like it's big and can be game-changing. You've seen some clutch 2-out hits, some walks. And Bodie's going to deliver. That's fair. 1 run's going to score. And Bodie with the shot down the right field line, and we're tied at 2. The Scarlets with runners at the corners.
Shortstop, number 6, Brett Carlson.
So first and second. Bodie with the RBI to tie it up at 2 here in the third. And now the Scarlets' number 4 hitter, Carlson, up to bat. 1 down. Bodie at first, Olsen at third. Ball 1. Good stop by Reisner, the catcher for East. 1 ball, no strikes to Carlson. She had a hit her first time up. Stangle delivers high, ball 1. Ball 2. Hard to see, there's so many people here, which is great. I gotta check my scoreboard. 2 balls, no strikes to Carlson. She fouls one back. Good cut. So the story of this game so far, East struck first right in the first to go ahead 2-0. Kind of like they did in the first game. They got ahead 2-0. And then like the last game too, West tied it at 2-2. West waited till the 7th though to do it last game. Another good cut by Carlson, 2-2 the count. 1 down, runners at the corners. Game tied at 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Change up, Carlson, good eye. But Bodie alertly on the ball that was down. She takes 2nd. So now full count, runners at 2nd and 3rd, 1 down to Carlson. She fouls another one off. What a good at bat. You got great pitching, great hitters. Everything you want in a softball game with the top 2 teams in the state. So much on the line, Big 9 title, section seating, and of course crosstown bragging rights. Again, Carlson fouls one off. She's not going down easy. So an error and a hit. And a clutch hit by Bodie to score the run. There's still only 1 out with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Tie game here in the bottom of the 3rd. Feel the excitement and the pressure for both sides here. Even though it's only the 3rd, every at bat seeming so important. Grounds one foul again. She's hanging on. And Stangle, the pitcher, of course, with no wiggle room with the full count. And a dangerous hitter in Carly Emery up next. I guess I don't know what you do with either of these lineups. They're solid 1 through 9. Another foul ball. Should have been keeping track. I feel if the count's full, she's had at least 5 foul ones. See what Stangle and the Cougars come up with here. A high pitch just hits the top of the zone. Carlson thought it was ball 4. The umpire calls it strike 3.
Right fielder, number 19, Carly Emery.
So a huge strikeout for Stangle and the Cougars, but there's still runners on 2nd and 3rd with 2 out. Carly Emery up to bat. Little surprised East isn't walking her. And a line shot. Great catch by Sydney Jacobs in center field. That ball flew off the bat of Carly Emery.
Scarlets in the bottom of the 3rd.
And they'll get 1 run to tie it up. But Stangle and the Cougars defense limits the damage to just 1 run. So we're going to be tied at 2, heading to the top of the 4th. All right, so what a game we have for you here. Heading to the top of the fourth, tied at 2.
Heading out for the Cougars in the top of the fourth inning, the left fielder, number 1, Emily Hacker.
So leading off for the Cougars is going to be the left fielder, Emily Hacker. She pops one up. The very first pitch. One pitch, one out. Great catch last inning by Sydney Jacobs in center. A hard hit ball off of the bat of Carly Emery. Looked like it had burned her. Now the third baseman, Tegan Richards, up for the Cougars. She grounds one, fielded by Carlson at short. And just like that, there's 2 down. 2 pitches, 2 outs. And it's going to be the catcher, Destiny Reesner. Had a huge hit the last time these two teams played. Leadoff double in the 7th. Come around and score for the walk-off. She's taken there to make sure that it's not a 3-pitch inning. But it's a ball. 2 down here in the 4th. Tie game. Cougars struck first. Went ahead 2-0 in the first. West got 1 back. Then another in the 3rd. And Reesner drills one. But Bodie's there in center field to make the catch. And a quick 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. So we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Still tied. Great game here. Good defensive plays. Clutch hitting. Both pitchers are on fire. Good crowd, good weather. If you're a softball fan, you're loving games like this.
Scarlets in the bottom of the 4th inning.
So we're in the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Dance, Raybert, and DeBow. 6, 7, 8 for the Scarlets. Kylan Stengel pitching for the Cougars. Ground ball, Stephen fields it cleanly. And look at that, a quick out again. Both teams trading quick outs in the 4th.
Third base, number 18, Lauren Raybert.
So Lauren Raybert, the third baseman, up to bat now. She put the ball in play to score the Scarlets' run. A couple of defensive miscues by the Cougars. Other than that, it's been a really great game. Ball 1. 1 and 2 in the state right here. East doesn't have a Big 9 loss. When West lost to East, it wasn't a Big 9 conference game, but West did lose to Winona. Stengel bringing the heat, but it misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 down, nobody on base. Tie game here in the bottom of the 4th. Raybert takes a good cut, but fouls it back. 2 and 2 now the count. Scarlets had a rally going last inning. Scored 1 to tie it, but left a couple of runners on base. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Raybert. Stengel tries the change in the outside corner. So the count is now full. Scarlets number 7 hitter, Rayburge. Stengel goes in, Rayburge. Wow, what a play by Stevemer. Ground ball, she kind of tough bounce and didn't get it on the first bounce, but picked it up quick with a strong throw over to get the second out. Nice play by Stevemer. The ball was heading up the middle. She stopped it. Went back, got it, and threw her out. Same play, bounce to Stevemer. Strong throw over, and quick innings by both teams there in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're heading to the fifth, all tied up. Just like we thought, good game between these two teams. A lot of similarities to the last time these two teams played. Last time East was the home team, but the game was played at MSU. And just like this game, East went out to a 2-0 lead. West tied it, but last time they didn't tie it until the 7th. And then East walked it off in the bottom of the 7th. So this time we're tied 2-2, and it's the 5th. First game was towards the beginning of the season. This one now towards the end. Big 9 title on the line. Both of these teams ranked 1 and 2 in the state. So you think it's not only for the conference title, but both of these teams obviously looking for section and state titles. West, the defending state champs, but East beat them last time they played. And Beatty again gets on base. This time reaching on an error. But both teams have seen when they put the ball in play, good things happen.
Center fielder, number 11.
So huge for the Cougars here in the 5th to get that leadoff hitter on. Number 9 batter in their order, so it's going to be back to the top. And Sydney Jacobs, she lays down the perfect bunt. That's going to be a tough play. And Beatty alertly goes to third. The ball gets by, and she's going to score. And East will take the 3-2 lead. Beautiful bunt by Jacobs. I knew that was going to be a tough play. And Beatty alertly trying to go from first to third. And the overthrow allows her to score. The Scarlets a couple of errors, allowing East to take the lead. And another ball in play. And Stevemer's on with the hit.
Pitcher number 7, Kylan Stengel.
So Jacobs officially with the sack bunt. Beatty coming from first all the way to score. And Stevemer with the hit to left. So East now leading 3-2 in the 5th. And the dangerous hitter Kylan Stengel up to bat for East. Already with an RBI triple. And an intentional walk with the bases empty. And now 2 balls, no strikes. 1 down. Almost appears that they might be intentionally walking her again. Which is always interesting when you got a runner on base to do an intentional walk. Yep, and now they called the automatic intentional walk. To me is always interesting because now they have first and second. 1 down.
First base, number 20, Haley Paetzel.
Haley Paetzel now batting for East. The cleanup hitter. She's getting the signs from Coach Madsen, who's known to do some trickery, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bunt here. East taking the 3-2 lead in the 5th. And there's a line shot, base hit. But Stevenmer had to hesitate because the ball was coming at her. So she's held at third. So now base is loaded of Cougars. And Carly Wendinger, the second baseman, is going to be up. She had an RBI back in the first. A clutch hit with 2 outs. She's a number 5 hitter in the order, so East with a rally going here. Nice stop by Lydia Bance, the catcher. And a ball in the dirt that would have scored a run. It's an interesting move to intentionally walk Kylan Stangl, and I get it, she's a dangerous hitter. But both of these teams are just dangerous 1 through 9. And now 2 balls and no strikes to Wenninger, with the bases full of Cougars. East took the 3-2 lead. Wenninger falls that one off. That took a weird spin. 2 balls and 1 strike. Inning started with an error and a sac bunt, and then another error that allowed Beatty to go all the way from first to home. Ground ball getting the force out at home, so 2 down, but base is still loaded. Tough bouncer, you didn't know who was going to take it, the third baseman or the shortstop, but Carlson takes charge. Strike throw to home. So now it comes down to Emily Hacker, the left fielder for the Cougars. Base is still loaded, but 2 down now. Strike 1, Gertis, a nice pitch. To get ahead. East took the 3-2 lead here in the top of the 5th. But they've got the bases loaded. Hacker with the good hack. But it's 0-2. 2 down. Bases loaded. It's a back and forth game. A couple of errors by both teams. A couple of clutch hits, as you would expect. Just missing the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Emily Hacker, the left fielder, had a nice catch. Grounds one to Carlson, who fields it cleanly, steps on second. And the Scarlets limit the damage. 1 run. But East takes the lead, 3-2. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. So here we go, bottom of the 5th. And a new score once again, East leading 3-2. West finding themselves down again, but they've answered back every time so far. So it's going to be 9-1-2 for West. Brooklyn Gertis leading off. Doing a nice job getting out of that jam last inning. Stangl, the pitcher, she's pitching and hitting. Had the RBI triple, and then 2 intentional walks. The things you don't see every day, an intentional walk with bases empty, and then an intentional walk with a runner on 1. So Gertis grounds out, back to Stengel. Fields are positioned for the first out.
Second base, number 7, Maria Hagen.
So now the Scarlets will be back to the top of their order. Maria Hagen with some speed. She reached on an error last time. Have to wonder sometimes with both of these teams, with a couple of errors, it's going to happen with a lot of balls put into play. I think the nerves, you're playing against your friends. And obviously a lot at stake with a Big 9 title. Section seeding, state rankings. It's just too bad that both of these teams can't be in the state tournament. 1-1 the count to Maria Hagen. Cougars leading 3-2, bottom of 5. She's going to slap one, but it's going to go foul. That stays fair, she's on. No, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stengel doing a nice job with this Scarlet lineup. You know, they're the defending state champs. But East is ranked number 1 in the state, so what a great matchup here, and it's living up to its hype. Just high. The Cougar fans wanting that one called a strike. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. East leading 3-2. And Hagen's going to go down swinging. Nasty pitch by Kylan Stengel.
Left fielder, number 3, Jillian Olsen.
So 2 down, and it's going to bring up Jillian Olsen. He's had a hit this game. A lot of 2-out rallies, though, by both teams in this game, so no sleeping by either defense here. What a pitch by Stengel, a complete jam shot. Olsen with the swing. Now 0-1 the count. 2 down, nobody on. And Stengel works the other corner to get ahead 0-2. As a hitter, I'm not sure what you do in those situations. He's painting the corners just perfectly. 0-2 the count to Olsen. 2 down. Bottom of 5, East leading 3-2. And she paints the outside corner for the looking strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Scarlets in the 5th. And we'll head to the 6th with East leading 3-2. So here we go. We're already in the 6th inning. East leading 3-2, top of 6. It's going to be Tegan Richards, the third baseman, leading off for the Cougars. He's had a couple of great at-bats here.
6th inning, playing third base, number 10, Tegan Richards.
So it's a 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Cougars here in the 6th as they look to add to their lead. She's going to pop one up quickly. Bodie, the center fielder, is there, and 1 pitch, 1 out for West. Just to recap, East went ahead 2-0 in the 1st. Then in the 3rd, West got 1 back. 4th, they got the 2nd one back to tie it at 2. Then East took the 3-2 lead in the 5th. Got one down, nobody on. And it's going to be Destiny Reesner, the catcher. Cougars looking to sweep the series against West. But if I was a betting person, I'd probably bet that they'd match up again in sections. It's a hard ground ball, but Ray Burge is there to eat it up. 2 down.
Great fielder, number 3, Maddie Beatty.
Maddie Beatty now is going to hit with 2 down. She started a couple of 2-out rallies for the Cougars. Came around to score all the way from first for that leading run as it stands at this point. You feel that even though it's the 6th and the game feels like it's almost over, there's still a lot of action yet to be had. Both teams have had a couple of 2-out rallies. Both teams taking advantage of some defensive miscues. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curtis delivers high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Big crowd on hand, as expected for this matchup. She's going to bunt one right back to Gertis. She's going to be safe. Another 2-out rally. Maddie Beatty, you can't count her out.
Number 11, Sydney Jacobs.
So now with 2 down, East is going to be back to the top of their order. And Sydney Jacobs, a dangerous hitter. She shows bunt too. Beatty will take second on a close play. Good strong throw by Bance. But Beatty is under the tag. So the Cougars with a chance to add to their lead. Runner on second, 2 down. Jacobs up. Curtis does a nice job painting that outside corner. It's a tough pitch for a lefty slapper to hit. No balls and 2 strikes. Jacobs slaps one foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Maddie Beatty gets on base on an error, steals second, and now in scoring position for Sydney Jacobs in the top of the order. Nice pitch by Gertis, but Jacobs doesn't bite. Sixth inning, East leading 3-2. Strong throw by Carlson. Played that right. Those slap hitters, you just got to be quick, and she was. Fielded it, good strong throw. So Beatty will be stranded at second. Scarlets will come to bat in the bottom of the 6th, trailing by 1. East took the 2-0 lead. West got 1 back, then another to tie it. Then East used some small ball in the 5th to take the 3-2 lead. An overthrow on a sac bunt allowed Beatty to go from first all the way to home. She was trying to go from first to third on the sac bunt, and they threw it over to try to get her out at third. Overthrew it. So Beatty came around to score, and that right now is the leading run. East got their first 2 runs in the first. Stevenmer reached on an error. Stengel with the RBI triple. And then Carly Wendinger with 2 outs delivered an RBI to give East the early 2-0 lead in the first. West took advantage of a couple of errors to tie it. So for West, a critical point now, bottom of 6th. But they'll have the 3-4-5 hitters up. Maddie Bodie will lead things off in the 6th. Stengel, a nasty pitch hitting that inside corner. Had just enough curve to hit that inside corner. Hanging at a tough pitch. Bodie pops it up. It's going to stay in play. And the fly out to right to Maddie Beatty, as you heard. And one down.
Shortstop, number 6.
Cougars looking to sweep the season series from the Scarlets for the regular season. A couple of good matchups both times these teams have played. Now it's going to be Carlson. She had a great at-bat last time she was up, but was called out on strikes. And here Stengel gets ahead of her 0-1. And she's going to fly one to right. It's going to drop in. So the tying run is on first. With the dangerous Carly Emery up. I thought maybe they were going to intentionally walk her when she came up last time with runners on second and third, and she hit it hard. But Jacobs made a really nice running catch in center to rob 2 RBIs from Emery. We'll see if she gets a chance this time. She takes high, ball 1. So the tying run for West is on first. 1 down. And you know, Stengel has been such a great pitcher all year for East, and it bears reminding she's only a sophomore. So you think when you're in big games like this, and the experience from like the seniors and juniors, but no, she's just a sophomore. Carlson alertly takes second, and now they will intentionally walk Emery to put runners on first and second. 1 out, and Lydia Bance is going to be the hitter.
Number 9, Lydia Bance.
Yeah, a pair of seniors on first and second for the Scarlets. They knew last time Emery hit it hard. Didn't want her to do it this time. They're going to let Bance try. And she's going to pop it up to the shortstop, and now there's 2 down. So it's going to be up to Lauren Rayburge. Another senior.
Number 18, Lauren Rayburge.
Seniors on first and second. A senior up to the plate. And a big moment for West, trailing by 1 with 2 down, bottom of 6. Good changeup, but it's low, ball 1. Rayburge did get the RBI. She put the ball in play. There was an error, but it led to a West run. And that ball's going to get by Reesner, a little too high. And now the tying runs at third, leading runs at second. 2 balls and no strikes to Rayburge. The West dugout really getting fired up right here. Oh, they have a good opportunity. The East defense trying to shut it down. 3 balls and no strikes. There's 2 down. Runners on second and third. East leading 3-2. It's the bottom of the 6th. That clips the inside corner. Rayburge taken all the way, but it's 3-1. Big moment here. West playing catch-up all game. And the floating change is good for strike 2. And we now have a full count, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. East with the 1-run lead. Biggest pitch of the game right here. And Rayburge is going to follow, but it's going to go foul down the right field line. And good cut. It's going to bring up the next biggest pitch of the game.
Come on, Kylan, you got this. Come on,
What a spot here. Full count, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. 1-run game. Rayburge falls it off. Might have been ball 4, but I like the approach. Being aggressive, she wants that hit. Stangel's been phenomenal all game. I believe both runs are unearned that she allowed. And it's going to be high for ball 4, and the bases are going to be loaded. So talking about deja vu, last time East went up 2-0 and West tied it, and guess who had the tying hit last time? Landry DeBow, and guess who's up this time? Landry DeBow. If you remember last time these two met, it was the 7th inning. East was up 2-0, and DeBow was up with 2 outs and delivered a 2 RBI hit to tie it before East walked it off in the bottom of the 7th. And we're talking about senior leadership. Landry also a senior. So the seniors getting it done for West so far, but they're still trailing by 1. Stangl just misses on that pitch. Even the count at 1-1. Bases loaded for the Scarlets. Trailing by 1, bottom of the 6th. Landry DeBow, the hitter. You're going to foul one. I think it's going to go out of play. No, it stays in, and Beatty makes the catch at the fence. And Stangl and the Cougars defense get out of it. They're now 3 outs away from sweeping the Scarlets. A lot of pressure there, but Stangl and the Cougars answer. Some big defense as we head to the 7th, with East leading 3-2. So here we go, top of the 7th. East leading 3-2. Peyton Stevemer is going to lead things off for the Cougars. Scored a run and has had a couple of nice defensive plays at short. Gertis gets ahead though, 0-1. Stevemer falls it back and it's 0-2. If you're East, you'd like a little more cushion. And for West, you got to get out of this only trailing by 1. It's going to be tough, though. It's their 2-3-4 hitters. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Stevemer. She'll be playing basketball next year at Gustavus. She lines a big shot. And that's going to be gone. A home run. Stevemer. 4-2, East is leading. Straightaway center, that ball just kept carrying. There's that extra run that East needed.
Nice job, Keith.
Leadoff home run for Peyton Stevemer here in the 7th.
Number 7, Kylan Stangl.
So another home run threat, and Kylan Stangl up now.
Down and drive it.
Nobody on, nobody out. And they're going to intentionally walk her for the 3rd time. Not something you see. Intentionally walking with the bases empty. Shows you just how good of a hitter she is. They don't want to risk a home run or a big hit like she had in the first. So now Paetzel's going to be the hitter.
Haley, gotta make
She
that
fouls
work.
one off. Stangel's going to be at first. 3 intentional walks, 2 of them with the bases empty, and 1 with the runner on first. Definitely not something you see every day, but also very understandable. She had that huge triple in the first and RBI.
All right, you gotta go get it, Jay. You got it, AC. Nobody better.
Cruz marking the Scarlet defense wanting to take their chances. They've done a good job so far. Gonna be a ground ball to Hagen. A good stop. She has no chance to get Stangl at second. But the Scarlets will take the out. 1 down and a runner on second.
Base number 9, Carly Wendiger.
Carly Wendiger now up to bat. The second baseman. She also had a clutch RBI back in the first with 2 outs. She's going to pop this one up. And it stays in play for the second out. The Scarlets' strategy might work out again,
Left fielder, number 1.
but they
Emily
still have one more
Hacker.
out to get. It's Emily Hacker, the left fielder. So 2 down, runner at second. East leading 4-2. Stangl trying to steal third, but a great throw by Bance ends the threat. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 7th.
From the top of the 7th
West is going to need 2 to tie, 3 to win.
There were no errors, no runners.
Peyton Stevenmer with a huge home run. A shot to straightaway center, adding to that Cougar lead. And it's going to be 4-2 as we head to the 7th. Scarlets are going to need a little more magic. They've had a couple of walk-offs. Most recent against Northfield. They were trailing and came back. Maddie Bodie with the walk-off home run. But it's going to be tough against the number 1 team in the state in East. But how impressive Stangl and the East defense holding the Scarlet lineup to only 2 runs so far. Defending state champs. East having a couple of errors, just like West. But East now 3 outs away from sweeping the series against West. Lost my train of thought there. So it's going to be 9-1-2 for the Scarlets. They need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Brooklyn Gertis, the pitcher, will lead things off. No easy task here as Stangl has kept these Scarlet hitters off base, limiting the damage. And when she has gotten in big spots, she's been able to pitch out of it. She's pitched a great game, had an RBI triple, and 3 intentional walks. But right now she delivers ball 1. And Reisner, the catcher, wants to talk to her. Just probably say, hey, you're just fine. Just throw your game. Because, yeah, you feel the excitement, but you got to finish the game. It's like last time when these 2 teams met. West was also trailing by 2 in the 7th. And they tied it up. But then East, as the home team last time, was able to walk it off. High ball 2. Can't walk the number 9 hitter. It's 9-1-2 for the Scarlets. But as we've seen with both of these lineups, you can't take a break on anybody. She's going to hit the inside corner for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Curtis, the pitcher, and now the hitter. Looking to get on base and give West a chance. She fires one, through for a base hit. And so the tying run will come to the plate. And West now back to the top of the order. Maria Hagan is speedy. Wouldn't expect her to hit a home run necessarily.
Number 10, Ashley Hammersky.
So Ashley Hammersky is going to pinch run for Gertis. Another senior. We've talked about the seniors getting on base here. So Maria Hagan represents the tying run. Nobody out, runner on one. Bottom of the 7th. Slaps one to third. They go to second, but nobody's there. Sievermer cuts it off, but she doesn't touch the base. So now the tying run's on first base. Richards made the right decision to go to second. But a mix-up of who should be at second, the shortstop or second baseman, meant they don't get the out. And so Olsen's going to bunt it, but bunt it foul. So nobody out. Scarlets with runners on first and second. Those defensive miscues hurting the Cougars. And now Coach Madsen wants to talk about it, probably calm his defense down a little bit. They have the 2-run lead, but West is the home team and at a spot in their order, which they know is going to be tricky. Olsen the batter, the slapper, probably anticipating the bunt. The Scarlets not going down without a fight here in the bottom of the 7th, trailing by 2. So Olsen now batting with 1 strike. Runners on first and second, nobody out. The Scarlets have another rally. Olsen takes it, but it's called a strike. It hits the outside corner. She did not like the call. No balls and 2 strikes. Said everybody knows she's bunting. That one was low, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. She's not trying to hide that she's bunting. But with 2 strikes, she's got to get it down. She offers at it for strike 3. And a big strikeout for Kylan Stangl and the East Cougars. So 1 down, but it doesn't get any easier. It's Maddie Bodie. We've been talking about deja vu this entire game. She was in a similar spot against Northfield and hit the walk-off home run. And home run would do the same thing here. She swings hard, but it goes foul. So here we are, bottom of the 7th. West trailing by 2. 1 down. They have runners on first and second. A hit by Brooklyn Gertis. And then a fielder's choice, kind of defensive mix-up. Got the runners on first and second for West. A strikeout, and now Bodie is down 0-2 in the count. Scarlets needing 2 to tie. Big spot for Bodie, but she's done it before. Stangl tries to change up low, but Bodie lays off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This entire game has just been intense, back and forth. Working for every out, every play, every run. He hits the inside corner for a looking strike, 2. Inside, nasty, nasty pitch.
Shortstop, number 6, Brett.
And so now it's going to be up to Brett Carlson. A lot of pressure. Tying run on first. She represents the leading run. She's had a couple of really good at-bats this game. A base hit and a long at-bat. It ended in a strikeout, but it was a great at-bat. Some nice plays at shortstop. A little bit too inside for ball 1. Stangles had some good pitches on the inside corner to freeze the Scarlet hitters. This one just a little bit too inside. 2 down. Slaps one foul. Scarlets have the runners on first and second. They had first and second with nobody out. But now there's 2 down, and they need both of them to score. Kylan Stengel, the pitcher for the Cougars, some huge strikeouts. Nasty pitches. Makes her so tough. Carlson grounds it to third. Tegan Richards steps on the base, and the Cougars are going to take the series from West. They beat West by a final score of 4-2. West tried to make it interesting, but the Cougar defense came up big. Kylan Stengel, the pitcher, getting 2 huge strikeouts there in the 7th. West trying to rally, but can't wait. Hope these 2 teams meet again in sections. Wish they could meet at state. Another good matchup, just like you thought would be between these 2 teams. If you want to go back and watch any of the highlights of this game, you can go to the 24/7 Ball Sports YouTube page.